And we are live according to YouTube. Hello, everybody. It's Jet Desert Fox and my lovely wife, Unicorn Leah. And today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite guns and gear for Milsim events, specifically Milsim West, and other type of Milsim games like Uprising, hosted by Dave Bassett, Airsoft Obsessed. What other Milsim game? Oh, Desert Fox events. The most important Milsim of all.
Maybe don't forget that one. Yeah, we do go. We mainly just go to Desert Fox events and Milsim West games because that puts us at going to like 2 events per month, basically.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
it's a lot. I do look forward this year though to going back to Copperhead.
Yes.
Yes, and I think we are going to be doing IDF kit again. I'm not.
Get ready to get triggered.
I'm like 99.9% sure that we're going to do IDF kit. I really hope we do. And I got a new Tavor for that. What would you use?
I'll probably get a Tavor also.
Okay. Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
We'll be Tavor lovers.
Super chat is also enabled, so if you have a burning question that you must have answered and really want to get our attention, simply donate. All donations help us out a lot to continue to do what we love, and that's to bring you guys airsoft related content. So with that, let's jump into some of the guns. You're already holding a gun, so why don't you go ahead and start?
Yes. So if any of you watch my channel, then you probably know that I like to run Russian a lot. And my favorite gun for that is this. This is an ENL AKS-74U. I got it upgraded. I've got like an R-hop in it, so it shoots really far. And this has been my trusty Milsim West gun through rain, sleet, all kinds of elements, and it still works really well. And I've been using it at Milsim West games for, I would say, I've been abusing it pretty well for like 4 years.
Yeah, like you can see the rust on here.
Yeah.
Like it's probably gone through like 3 different MSWs where it rained heavily.
More than that, for sure.
Wow.
It rains at Milsim West games like for a while. It seemed like every Milsim West game we were going to, it rained.
Yeah, especially the Clovis one, which there is another Clovis game coming up next weekend, actually.
Yeah. And with that, I use this. This is my favorite chest rig to wear. This is a Jaeger chest rig. It's another Russian chest rig. You like this one a lot too.
Yeah, I like this one a lot as well. We have 3 main pouches for AK magazines. These pouches hold 2 AK mags each, so you can have a total of 6 mags, which is a lot. This side pouch here is designed specifically for Russian-style flares. In case you were wondering, like not much stuff fits in here, but
the radio does.
If you've got flares, they fit in here perfectly. And then on the side, you've got pouches for grenades or other things. What's this?
Treasure. Oh,
it's a map. Let's see what this is a map of.
And it has a secret spot.
Oh, it's a map of. It's an MSW map. What AO is this? Oh, this is for Mexico. Oh, all right.
That's the last time I wore it.
All right. So speaking of rigs, the next rig that we both kind of fight over is this Tasmanian Tiger Mark II. Now, I like to use this for several other games outside of Milsim West. So I'll wear this to a Desert Fox event. Where else have I worn this? Just lots of other major events. I've been wearing this, and the versatility of this rig is, to me, kind of unmatched. You have we've got some extra pouches on here, but the way this configuration comes just by itself is you have 2 GP pouches right here, which have these dual zippers, and inside of it, it's got a mesh divider and other little molly and hook area, like this D-ring right here that you can hook stuff onto, and that's on both sides. I've added this LBX GP pouch to hold my TQ, and then 2 other grenade pouches here, and then on this side, this is an MSW radio pouch.
We use this a lot. So we've decided we're going to buy another one of these rigs because we're always arguing like, do you want to use it this time or can I use it for this game? Like this is a rig that one of us is always wearing at Milsim games.
Yep.
So we're just gonna get another one so that way we can both wear them.
Yep, and this can work. This works really well for M4 magazines as well. What I like is the magazine pouches are integrated into the chest rig, and depending on the size of the magazine, these flaps come out, and then you can adjust the size. So if you have like one of those Mag AKs that's like this freaking tall, you can adjust this and still hold it inside the TT rig. And then if you need extra space, there is still more MOLLE. Oh, it's already out. It's just fallen over. See if I can get this to go back to where it's supposed to be.
I like to run it without this extra MOLLE, but Jet runs it with this extra MOLLE a lot.
I just like having that added
chest protection, basically.
So here we go. There we go. Now you can fully see it. So if you need more MOLLE, if you want more MOLLE space, you can. It's got this flap that folds down and hides in the back. The back is also very nice as well. You can see that it's got this breathable mesh, and it has a slot here for body armor. So if you're a real steel shooter and you like wearing body armor, you can put an insert. You can put a plate in. You can put a plate right here.
I use that slot to hide all my secret stuff because no one ever looks there when they're searching you.
Got a super chat from Make Test Battle. Thank you for the super chat. How do you go about editing large amounts of footage to tell a story? Oh, that's a hard one.
It takes a long time.
It takes a while. It probably takes me about a day to just scrub through the footage, see what footage I have, and then figure out what part of the story that I want to tell, because I usually get thrown into like a leadership role, either by just happenstance or maybe I'll put myself into that position. So there's always several things going on within maybe just one battle or the entire overall battle. And I'll usually pick the storyline that is going to be the most entertaining and most interesting, along with the most shooting. So there's lots of, there's always stuff going on. So it takes about a day to just figure out, okay, I'm going to tell this story with this action and include this bit of information into it. And that's pretty much my process. It takes about 2 days, 2.5 days of just editing to put it all together, and then about another day to get all the other graphics in there that will help kind of convey the story, or at least give you guys a better picture of what's going on in the battlefield. So hopefully that answers your question.
Probably like a week to make the whole video, though. I would say.
Yeah.
Just there's a lot of things. Jeff puts a lot of work into his videos, and so
I'm glad you all enjoy it. So let's move on to one of my new favorite guns of the. I got this gun I think in November. This is a SEMA AK-74. I got this at evic.com. It's called the Alton, which is kind of a strange name for this gun, but I specifically bought this gun to take with me to the Milsim West game in Mexico for a couple of reasons. It has a lot of rail space, as you can see here. It's got a rail on the top, a rail on the top receiver. It's got key mod on the side and on the bottom, so you can add. I put a flashlight here. On the bottom, you can see I've got a PTS vertical grip that I've chopped at a 45-degree angle in order to be able to reload the magazines. And on the other side, I have a PTS gas pedal. And the reason for that is just when I'm gripping the gun like this, it gives me more control, or more muzzle control. So as I'm clearing through buildings or just firing at people, I've just got more grip on the gun.
Super operator.
The other reason I wanted this gun too is I wanted something small, and the stock folds over on this, so it can fit nicely inside my ruck or in like another luggage. You kind of don't really need a gun case to go to Mexico. It's a gamble. Yeah. I mean, I on the way back we haven't had any problems. Getting in, you know, this time around, there was a little bit of concern from the customs people, but after a few minutes, they were just like, okay, well, it's airsoft.
Yeah, we
Go
also,
ahead.
when we travel to Mexico, we also take, the reason we bought the SEMA gun is because it's a $100 gun. And so it's something that we're not going to be heartbroken if it gets lost, although Jet put a lot of thought and work into this, so he was commenting the whole time, I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, I would have been very...
If it gets taken.
I would have been super sad because there's just so many great features about this gun, the folding stock. It comes with just a regular LE stock. I've switched that out for the PTS Magpul Compact. Another thing is the battery space in this is fairly big.
For AKs.
For an AK. It also, the upper receiver is also hinged, so that way there's not this struggle of trying to get the upper receiver in the exact correct spot, and then it just falls off once you get the battery in.
Oh, that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah.
On some AKs.
You'll be in the middle of a firefight, and then all of a sudden your upper receiver just flies off. And then the final feature that I really like about this AK is it comes with this groove right here to switch for your selector switch. So on a normal AK, you'd have to like grab this or do something funky. There's not really much to grab onto. With this one, I can just move my finger down and manipulate between firing modes, just like that. Very super simple. All right.
My next Milsim gun with no sights on it right now is the Kraken. This is a Krytac CRB. It's been upgraded a tiny bit. It's just got a Prometheus barrel in it, and I believe the hop-up may have been upgraded. I can't remember. I know it's got a Prometheus barrel in it, but I like this because it's a smaller M4, and I like to have smaller guns with lots of range, and that's exactly what this is. And all Krytacs out of the box are just really good guns, and so that's why I choose this. I know it's not going to break. I know I'm not going to have problems with it. I want something super reliable that will shoot really far and just be awesome. So Krytac!
Fun fact, this gun is from the original batch that came to America, I don't know how many years ago.
When Level Cap still played Airsoft.
Yeah, when Level Cap, that's how long ago it was, when Level Cap was still playing Airsoft.
6 years ago or 5, yeah.
Some of the attachments on here are from me. There's a PTS QD muzzle device on here for adding a mock suppressor. On this side, there's some bungee cord. That bungee cord is there for a pressure switch for my D-ball.
Oh, that's what it's for. I always wondered. And an AFG.
The AFG was added by Gary Chapman, who is Dog the Bounty Hunter's son. He came to play Airsoft with us a couple years ago, and this is the gun that he chose to play with. I think we went to, where did we go? I think we went to SC.
We went to SC, and we also played at the Rockahula.
Oh yeah,
at the water park. When Nobrich was here too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so he wanted the AFG, so
I like it.
For him.
It works.
I actually I'm not really a fan of the AFG. I don't know why.
I'm Chris Costa.
All right, next gun is my OTS. Man, I always forget the name of this gun. It is the OTS SVU. OTS 0333 SVU. There's a lot of numbers and letters in this gun, but this is, a lot of you will be like, oh, okay, this is the Glaz gun. So we'll just say that. This is the gun from Ranger 6 Siege that Glaz uses. It's got a giant suppressor, flip-up iron sights that are built into the gun. The battery compartment is here in the handguard. This is made by, I think it's OEM by SEMA, but distributed through, who is it? APS, I think. I don't remember. Maybe someone will say.
I don't know. It's on eBay.
Yeah, you can get it at eBay. What's interesting is the hop-up unit. The hop-up unit is back here, and it's not a slider like a traditional AK or like Russian platform gun. It's like It's like a horizontal dial or rotary. The hop-up's actually pretty decent in this gun. Range-wise, it's also very good. It being a bullpup design gives you a barrel length, a very long barrel length. The barrel basically goes from here all the way to about here or so. Oh, it's like off screen. So the barrel length is about from here to about here. So it's a pretty long barrel. It does come with this integrated bipod, which for shooting an airsoft gun is not super duper ideal. However, for a milsim game where sometimes you'll be putting your gun on the ground and doing other things like making camp or making food, it's great because I can just deploy my bipod, set the gun down. I can like lay other guns on top of it and then go about doing whatever else I'm going to do. And if action occurs, I can just fold the bipod up, grab the gun, and then be on my way to pew pew.
Ready to go.
The magazines it takes are SVD mags, so I actually need to build another rig for this gun with SVD pouches. I just haven't had the time. And I only have 2 mid-caps for this right now, so might need a couple more. All right, what do you got?
I'm going to talk about my plate carrier next. This is a plate carrier that I wear all the time. Basically the only plate carrier that I wear all the time because it's one of the only ones that fits well. If any of you are smaller framed people like myself, then the LBX 0300S is for you. It's basically just a smaller version of the 6094. And so, yeah, I just like it because it's a lot smaller and it's very comfortable. I've got the LBX Assaulter panel on it, which has space for 3 mags, and then it's also got space for your pistol mags here, the HSGI pistol mag pouches. And on here, this is also the rig that I use at a lot of Desert Fox Events games because it has the Milsim West phone pouch in here. Oh, in someone's pouch, or what's it called? Patch. It's got a patch on it. So I just put a piece of Velcro on the back of my phone and I can stick it here on this flap right here. And so that way, if I want to look at if I want to pull out the map and look at my phone, I can just flip this down. Or a lot of times you'll see me, I'll just pull it off because it just makes it easier for me. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like looking straight down always, but it does keep your phone a lot safer. And I also run a GMR mini map on the back of this, but Jet ran it the last Desert Fox event game, so he stole it from me.
Sorry, I forgot to put that back. My bad.
But it normally has that on there, and that's pretty much all that I need. I will sometimes run a few extra mags in pockets or what have you, or I'll attach mag pouches right here on the side. But for the most part, I don't use a billion mags, so it's fine.
Okay, next I want to talk about something that's kind of overlooked in terms of airsoft and milsim, and that's a decent assault pack. So this is the LBX, I don't know what number this is or nomenclature, but this is an LBX Assaulters pack. It has 2 compartments, the smaller compartment down here that has some dividers inside of it, along with some bungee cords, so you can put little things in here. Oh, there's 2 divider sections. And then we've got the main compartment. Ooh. We've got this main compartment here, which is just nice, big, and open. And then if need be, on the back side, it opens up here for your hydro carrier. I normally just put the hydro in here, and then from there, it's got this slot here that opens up that you can run your hose in, and it's on both sides depending on if you're left or right-handed. If you're a left or right-handed shooter,
you can also run your hose out this slot right here. There's a slot in here that allows you to run your hose out if you decide to put it in the back.
Mm-hmm. Now I use this mainly for Rust 4 loadouts because this pattern isn't it's close enough to Russian stuff and also close enough to some American stuff that it just kind of fits in with either. And at first glance, you just kind of go, yeah, okay, that seems Russian enough, especially with this Russian flag on there. But this is also available on eBay.com or through LBX. Just a good assault pack. Things that you need to put into your assault pack. Water. You always need water whenever you're playing on the field. Pickup games, it's not essential, but it's helpful. Next, some snacks. So I'll put snacks in here. BB loader, extra BBs. Sometimes I'll put my radio in here depending on what rig I'm wearing. So let's say I'm wearing that Jaeger Trest rig and my radio. I don't know. I've never gotten my radio to fit in that flare pouch.
I've gotten my radio to fit, but then you have the antenna right here.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Hitting you in the face.
So I'll put my radio back here. Grenades and just any other like extra auxiliary equipment. And that's mainly what you need for your assault pack. That's sometimes you'll see people trying to wear a rucksack into battle. That's
terrible
idea. And you shouldn't do that. And if you're trying to do that, I don't know. I just face palm. I just face palm.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Okay, do you have another gun or?
I have one more gun.
Okay, you have
one more gun to talk about on your stream. So this is another one of my absolute favorite guns to run at really any large scale event. This is the Evo. This is the ASG Scorpion Evo. I've had this Evo almost the entire time I've been playing airsoft, so probably like 6-7 years I've had this Evo.
It shows. This thing's pretty beat up.
It's pretty beat up. The one problem it has right now is the charging. This part is broke.
The fake bolts and charging handle are kind of wonky.
Yeah, so I need to get this fixed. I can manually pull it back if I want to. So that's the only thing that's broken on it right now. But I have had this Evo for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So the main reason that I like it is it's basically just like a Sistema, but it's a lot cheaper. It shoots just like a Sistema. It has an amazingly fast trigger. It shoots probably like 200 feet with this tiny little barrel. I have the HFG. This is from Action Sports Game, vertical foregrip on it. And since the whole gun is polymer, it's really, really, really light. And so that's also why I like running it, because it's so incredibly light. The only annoying part is that the mags are only 70 rounds, which is sometimes annoying if you're in the middle of a firefight. Other than that, and the battery is annoying to put in. So if you have to change your battery in the heat of a battle, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But I've used this gun for forever, and it's always been one of my go-to favorites. Anytime, if I'm playing at a game and I'm like, I want to have fun, I get my Evo.
Yeah, despite a lot of the external features and the battery compartment shortcoming, this is a really good gun. Like Leah said, like to me it's basically a Sistema at a quarter of the price, lighter, and performs way better.
Yeah,
way better.
It's like a Sistema that doesn't break.
There's moisture in the air. All Sistema is broken immediately. Okay, my next Milsim gun I've used at Hill 559 for Uprising. This is one of my favorites, and this again was a choice made by a lot of you guys that I took on a poll on Facebook and Instagram. It was either this Papasha or an AK-74, I think, with a wood frame, and everybody overwhelmingly voted for the PPSH. And so I picked one up. It's got a drum mag on here. I think this is about 2,500 BBs that fit inside this drum mag. It's not an auto winder. It's basically an overglorified high cap. So you can see the winder right here. I did purchase a couple mid caps for this, but for some reason the mid caps for this gun just don't fit or feed. It was very strange. So I'm glad that I bought the drum mag as kind of a backup, because I just ended up using the drum mag the entire weekend. This gun is also electric blowback, so this fake charging handle and bolt will reciprocate once you start firing it, and that kind of makes it super satisfying, especially when you're firing it like this at like a bunch of people and just seeing this thing moving around. Really fun. The battery compartment goes back here in the back. It's a small Tamiya. For this large wooden stock, it surprisingly has. Hi, Zoe. It surprisingly has a small battery compartment. It's probably about this much length. Zoe's trying to get our attention. Oh, she's gonna come back.
Oh no!
But a Titan Power 7.4 or 11.1 can fit back here easily.
Sorry, internet.
That's okay. Okay, did you have another gun or rig? I think you're done.
No. I'm done talking. I really have like 3 go-to guns that I use at Milsim games, and so those are the Evo is for like a Milsim game where they don't care about impressions. The Crytek is for when I'm running NATO, and the AKS-74 is when I'm running Russian.
Okay, we got a super chat here from Tempest. Thank you so much for the super chat. The question is, what's your next anticipated gun purchase? I actually kind of fulfilled that. What day did we go to EVIC? Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So,
Zoe.
Okay, Zoe, I will play with you, but not right now in the middle of my stream. Okay, so that anticipated gun purchase was the Matrix RPG. So I've got a Matrix RPG. It's in the box right now. I'm going to be filming the unboxing for that probably later this week. And I plan to shoot tag rounds out of it. That's literally why I bought the thing. I saw someone else's very short review on it, and they used a several other 40 millimeter grenades, and then they finally threw a tag in there and like, yes, it can shoot tags. So I was immediately sold on that. So get ready for some RPG tag action at some point in the future.
My next gun purchase is going to be at EVIC. They now have you can buy a pre-upgraded gun or an upgraded gun from the EVIC Performance Shop, which is what Jet's going to talk about next. And I love using his, and so I would like to get my own. I want an AKM and HK 416 also. So those are my next 2 on my list.
Yeah. So speaking of the EVIC Performance Shop, or EPS, the next gun this is basically my forever go-to until it dies NATO gun. This is an Elite Force HK 416 A5. Upgraded by evic.com. It's got a signature blue trigger. It's got just a CAC vertical grip, G&P ACOG with kill flash, and I had the regular stock HK stock, but TSA broke it. Thanks, TSA. TSA also broke my charging handle. There's supposed to be another piece of the charging handle. They broke that as well, and that was because I didn't put my gun in a gun bag. So, or gun case, I'm sorry. So, if, like we say before, you can fly with your guns by simply putting them in check bags. Just
on some airlines, that has changed in like the last year. So I would advise against it now, just because there's a lot of airlines that don't allow it now, and there's some that do. So like you have to know by the specific airline, and those specific airlines really don't even know their own rules, which is really annoying.
yeah. And then of course, like stuff like this can happen, like them breaking stuff on your gun, which I was definitely super mad about when I found it, because I can't really get another HK 416 stock. They're very hard to get, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, internally, this gun is a beast. If you haven't seen the 87 kill streak video, that's basically that basically breaks down this whole gun, and you could just see it performing. Like
it's amazing.
I can't even explain how well this gun performs. It is just a very well performing gun out of the box, and especially after it's been teched by the EVIC guys. So
yeah, it's basically, if you are familiar with Umbrella Armory, it's the same thing. They essentially it's the same quality, so it's going to be a really high quality gun that shoots really far, really fast, and it's just amazing.
Got another super chat from Toxic V2. what events are you going to later this year? Great question. So next weekend is Milsim West.
This coming weekend.
Oh yeah, this coming weekend. I don't even remember the
Road to Kharkiv.
I think it's Kharkov. I think you're right. So we've got an MSW game or Milsim West game next weekend. The following month, we're going to be in Waxahachie, Texas at 878 Airsoft for Desert Fox Events Lone Star Showdown. Registration is still open for that game, so if you want to come play Airsoft with us, you can sign up for that. Then after that game, what do we have? I think we'll be at SS Airsoft.
Yeah, we'll be at SS Airsoft at the end of March for their big 10-year anniversary event.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to most Milsim West games. We obviously go to all Desert Fox Events games. Those are the main events that we have planned for this year. We'll be announcing more Desert Fox Events games here very soon, like as in next week.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be going back to Mexico for another Milsim West in Mexico in December. Hopefully we'll be going back to Europe, maybe to go to the National Airsoft Festival. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Just stay posted to all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, and that's where we make all of our announcements as to where we'll be playing Airsoft, so that way you guys can come play Airsoft with us. All right, I think that's pretty much going to round everything out. I guess
I'll talk about your...
I could talk about... I mean, that's not... I actually haven't used that really except for at DFE games, but I can cover it on your channel. So we're going to end the stream here on my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Once again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going to switch gears and talk about pickup game guns and gear that we like to use over on Leah's channel. So if you want to keep tuning in, head over to Leah's channel.
Weapons.
And we'll see you guys there. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys later. Oh, wait a minute.
Varth Dater 333. You want to get started Milsim West. How do I prep? Go to Facebook.
We've got a bunch of prep videos.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of prep videos. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.